Welcome everyone, Team 7 back from another adventure. And this time we're back from our 2-day little micro cruise on board Margaritaville at sea in the Margaritaville Paradise, formerly Costa Classica. You have no idea what?
I have no idea.
None whatsoever.
No.
Anyway, but that was the ship's name before. It was Margaritaville at sea. Good? Are we up to speed?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
I'm here.
Are you
Checked
sure?
in.
You checked in?
Yes.
You punched in, ready for duty?
Yep.
So, last minute cruise, we decided to get on it. We keep hearing a lot of stuff about it. I mean, we've heard about this cruise since it first started when it was Bahama Paradise. We never did it. We're too busy running around doing all the new ships and everything else. But we finally decided to jump on this ship. Of course, I've heard nothing but negative things. Of course, Nancy didn't hear anything because she doesn't watch YouTube videos or listen to the reviews.
It's
or
interesting
the
that you
vloggers.
decided to get on this one because all you've heard is negative stuff.
Yeah, because I'm always with the thing, how bad could it be? I look at the people who are bringing me the information because we cruise differently than a lot of people. So I just look at the person presenting the information, especially on YouTube. There's a bunch of cruising YouTube channels that I don't necessarily agree with their point of views, and I wouldn't trade lives with them for anything. So I'm a firm believer, if you ain't gonna trade a life, if you won't trade your life with this person, why would you take their advice? So I heard a lot of people say how bad it was and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So I figured, how bad could it be? I see how you cruise and I see the things you do and I see the things you like and the things you talk highly about. And those aren't necessarily things that are pleasing to me. Like the whole lounge area on the Norwegian ships. How many people love that whole, a nice quiet place to read a book. I can't stand that area. It's a waste of space.
I don't know. I've never got to really fully experience it, so I think it may be nice.
Sitting in the chair at the window reading a book?
I'm
That's not my bag.
I don't have a problem relaxing and turning, disconnecting.
I don't have a problem with relaxing neither, but that's not my vibe. I'm not going on vacation to sit down and read a book. I can sit down and read a book anywhere. I'm not spending money. I'm not spending money to sit down and read a book. But anyway, we're digressing. So yes. So a lot of people have said bad things about it. The people I don't necessarily have the same opinion. I don't share their opinions, or I don't cruise the way they cruise. And obviously, I'm a partier, so I like the music. I like the party. That's my thing. That's my vibe. So let's be honest. My two worst cruises, again, Norwegian Encore and Disney Wish. Both of them were just trash. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean all the Norwegian cruises were trash or Norwegian Encore is still trash. But when I was on it, it was trash. Same thing with Disney Wish. We spent all that money to be bored. You know, it was just boring, So, yeah. Anyway, let's get on with it. Took 2 hours to drive down there from the Orlando area.
Did.
Yep. Pulled in. Valet parking is valet parking only, so, you don't get to park your own car.
Valet parking takes quite a while. I will say that. So, I think you can start boarding the ship around you can start checking in around 10:30. So, if you do not like lines, I would recommend checking in early, 10:30, 11-ish. That way, so hopefully you can reduce or minimize your line experience. You will be waiting to get on the ship, but at least you're not waiting in a line and standing up the whole time. Or sitting in a car waiting for somebody to park your car.
Yeah, because once we got there, it took us, after the 2-hour drive, it took us another, 25, 30 minutes for someone to take the car, us to get out of the car.
At least, yes.
And we wasn't checking any luggage, so now if you were checking luggage, that's more time that you have to add on to that. And then once we got in the terminal, we was online for 2 hours.
At least, it was a little over 2 hours.
A little over 2 hours online.
So now that we're talking about that, there is which I must have missed it when I was booking, or maybe I just booked it so late it wasn't an option. I guess there's a
license to chill.
Yeah, like a VIP check-in called License to Chill, which allows you to do express check-in I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. I don't know how much it could have been. But if it's probably $75 or less per person, take it. Because if not, you're just going to be sitting in line the whole time, which is really annoying. And not even that, like on this ship also, there's perks for having that license to chill, which we didn't get to take advantage of. Like, I think you get reserved seating at the shows, and then a few other things, but...
Yeah, we didn't know. We didn't have it, so we only knew about the reserve seating at the show because we can see the license to chill things. And then they have express check-off, too, when they check off. They got a separate line, too, to go through customs. But it reminded me of cruising 25, 30 years ago. It was the same process. You know, it was same process. So yeah, it was a blast from the past. But yeah, 2 hours to get on.
If you don't mind waiting in line, just do the standard. You won't pay any extra money. If that really bothers you, do the express.
Yeah. Yeah, also too, if you fly into Palm Beach International Airport, it's 5-10 minutes away. It's only like 2 exits away on 95. So that's another thing to, if you're flying in. So you'll get there pretty quickly. I think that would probably have been better to park somewhere and then just Uber across the street. Yeah, and then we got on board. You have to go to different floors. What was it? 8th floor for the wristband.
Yeah, so if you purchased a
drink package
before, even you could do it on the ship as well. If you purchased it before, it's slightly cheaper than when you purchase it on board. You go to deck 8 and they give you a wristband.
You go to Euphoria and they'll give you a wristband. That's also too where you'll get one of those blenders, which we figured out with the blender thing. It was $15, right? $15 for the blender, and it came with a drink the first time. And then every time they refilled it, it was a swipe of your drink package plus $7.
Correct.
But the blender's 22 ounces, I think?
Yes, I think it's like 20.
Yeah, so it's like 22 ounces. So you basically it's a double drink. So,
they do not pour doubles, by the way. So if you're a person who drinks doubles, they're not going to pour.
Yeah, exactly. They're not. Yeah. They're not going to pour
but
doubles. They'll pour doubles, but it's 2 swipes.
Two swipes per
your
card.
Yeah, 2 swipes. Yeah.
So your wristband, it's not unlimited drinks.
It's 10 drinks.
It's 10 drinks for the entire cruise. However, we didn't know that you could buy multiple wristbands.
Yes. And you can, yes.
Which, when we originally were looking at that, we didn't know that. So we each had a wristband, which had 10 swipes. I know that sounds like a lot, but if you're used to drinking double drinks and you're drinking from, 5 to 2 a.m., 5 drinks a day, or not even, like the second day, we're up there all day. So it's very easy to run through 5 drinks by 2 a.m., right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, even if you're drinking one every 2 hours, like it's very quick to run through, especially if you're a beer drinker or you drink those little White Claws or whatever the heck they are.
And even water. Water was a swipe too.
Water, you're right, because I used a couple of my swipes on the 1.5 liter waters as well. So
exactly. So water was a swipe too. So you're better off just buying multiple wristbands, multiple bands, like 1 per day.
Yeah.
You have 10 drinks this way because
yeah, if
you're drinking water and drinks, which you should be doing that anyway. To be honest with you, you'll thank me in the morning. Yeah, you can go through it quickly.
And the bands, though, you do not get any premium liquors. So if you want Patron or any, like the typical top shelf, you cannot get that with the band.
Yeah.
And
we were doing that. Yeah. And we were doing that a lot too, where some drinks we wouldn't swipe the band and just pay for it. And then some drinks we were swiping the band. So.
Yep.
And then the 5 o'clock somewhere little restaurant diner thing, that was also an upcharge you had to pay for.
In the evenings,
yeah,
was there.
Yeah, we went there at night to get some Korean barbecue wings, which was spectacular. The food was surprising.
It really was.
The food was surprising. My biggest surprise on this whole cruise was the food.
It was very limited, so you didn't have a lot of options. And I will say, we didn't go to the main dining room.
Yeah, fins up. We didn't go to the main dining room at all.
We didn't do that.
Or JWB, because, yeah, we wasn't going to spend extra.
Yeah, well, not even that. I heard it wasn't that great.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody said it wasn't that great anyway, so.
So we didn't do the main dining. So we only did the buffet, and it was very limited stuff. But what they had there was decent. It was pretty good.
Exactly. And it had free avocado spread. Nowhere have
It wasn't a spread. It was like fresh, just
Yeah, it was part of the
avocado.
tapenade area, but yeah, it was scooped avocado and mashed, and it was free, which I haven't seen free avocado anywhere, especially at Chipotle.
Yeah, they did like avocado toast. So they had toast with avocado where you could just put it on yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
like no seasoning or anything. It was just like literally fresh avocado.
Yeah, and then the olive tapenade too was fresh, so which was good. So like I said, the food was surprising. The pizza, Nancy gave the pizza a 5.4.
I didn't think the pizza was good.
You said it was a
personally.
5.4.
Yeah, I didn't think it was good. I'm saying I don't think it was good.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was good.
Is that
The paninis were good.
Yeah, the paninis were good. Yeah, the paninis were great. Everybody was enjoying the paninis. Pasta was, and that was
good. I didn't like the pasta.
Yeah, I didn't eat the pasta.
Yeah, but the normal food, right? So they had a pasta station, they had a panini press, and they had just normal food. The pasta station, I did not care for. Maybe it's just me. The panini was good, and then just the regular food. Anthony always got that. So
yeah, and it was good. It was good. Also, too, they have this cruise line. If you want to call it a cruise line, offers an annual pass option. What was it, $8.99? And then, of course, all the other hidden fees that go along with that. But it is an annual pass. So
yeah, so you still have to pay the port fees and the
fuel
gratuities
surcharge
and all that stuff.
Yeah, fuel surcharge, port fees,
I want to
gratuities.
say on this cruise, the port fees, fuel charges, I don't know, it's like $100 and something bucks. Plus, we had to pay for daily gratuities, which was like, I don't know, $20 a person.
$24, I think.
Yeah,
it was.
per person per day.
Yeah.
So it's extra money.
Yeah.
I will say I got out of this spending probably a lot more money than I originally thought I was going into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. When I put the TV on the channel and I looked up, I was like, yeah, it's a little bit more money than I thought I would spend. So, and it was at that point, we still had some time on the ship, and it was $364 or something like that.
I was just checking right now. It was
just checking?
300 and the charge was 300 and something. Probably more than that. I
yeah, that's what it was when I looked on the TV real quick. So, but yeah, I mean, the entertainment, it was fun. The comedian was raunchy as hell.
But I can appreciate that.
Yeah. What's his name? Sebastian.
Yes, his name was Sebastian. His IG handle was like
Funny Zeb.
Funny Seb. SEB or something like that.
I think it's Sebastian Sativa or something like that. They said it was adult comedy, and it was adult comedy. It wasn't like when you're on some of these other ships where they say it's adult comedy and they just throw in a few bad words. I mean, his crowd work was insane. Like, he was working the crowd, and I mean, if you didn't have a sense of humor,
or you took things personally, because he would pick people out.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
So if you're going on one of the cruises and you don't like to be picked on, do not sit in the seated area.
Or come in late.
Or come in late or leave early.
Yeah.
Don't go to the bathroom. Don't do any of that. Just stay in your seat. And he's not going to touch you.
Yeah. Because he won't see you.
Exactly.
But if he sees you move, then he's got you. But it was funny.
It was funny.
It was funny.
He was funny. He was...
It
could be triggering for some people.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those folks, but it could be triggering.
Yeah, he used a lot of words people don't like being used nowadays. So
it was funny. It was all in the sense of
it was all in fun. I mean,
fun.
It was all in fun. So had an actual DJ with DJ controller. So I can appreciate that. The music wasn't the best music, but it was current. It was current, so.
Except for when he played New Kids.
Except when he played New Kids. Which was funny because he played New Kids, and I looked right at him. He looked at me and smiled. I said, "Come on, man. Nobody want to hear this shit." And he changed the song, which is pretty awesome. And then the girl standing next to me said, "But I want to hear it." I said, "No, you don't." And he changed it, which I appreciate that because I'm not on a dance floor dancing and want to hear New Kids. I mean, come on.
Not that you're going to be able to dance on that dance floor.
Yeah.
It's literally rubber.
Yeah, it was like vulcanized rubber, yeah.
Like Velcro to your feet. You're not sliding or doing anything on that thing.
Yeah, so, and I mean, the ship was old. It was an old ship. From far away, it looks great. You get up close and you can really see its age. It was the smallest ship we've ever been on. Still got that old, I mean, last time it was remodeled, I believe, was 2000. So it has that old wonky layout, but we just got off Norwegian Prima, which probably had the weirdest layout I've ever seen in my life. So that really didn't bother me too much this time around because, the kind of cruise it was. It was just a weekend getaway to have some fun. Went to Freeport, which, Freeport is one of the top 3 cruise ports where they tell everybody to just stay on the ship, or where everybody gonna give you advice about these ports, say just stay on the ship. You have Freeport, Cozumel, and Nassau. Those are the 3 ports no one likes. Also, too, if you're there with just the Margaritaville at sea paradise, and there isn't a Carnival or Royal ship there with you, the straw market in that area is closed. Señor Frogs and all that remains closed. It only opens for Carnival or Royal when they're there. So,
but we did hear that there is a restaurant
across the street.
Right across the street. You wouldn't know it's a restaurant. It just looks like a building.
From the angle you're
on, From the angle we were at. It just looks like a building. And supposedly they have decent food and you can feed sharks there.
Yeah, you can buy a chum bucket for $10.
Yeah.
Stand on the balcony and throw it off and feed the sharks. Watch the sharks come up.
And they also have a beach on the side that supposedly the sharks do not go to. Because
supposedly.
We did not see. But supposedly the sharks do not go to. And I guess a lot of the people that are on the ship, they go there regularly and hang out in the water.
Yeah, you'll see that video coming up. I actually point out the restaurant in the video. So you'll see that on the Freeport Grand Bahamas video, which will come up after the embarkation day video, because there isn't many videos. We weren't on there long.
Yeah.
So, and and then, like I said, I mean, you can always take a cab into town. I believe round trip to go into town was like $60 round trip. If you want to, venture off, get back on the ship at 4:30, and then the ship just basically pulls out of the port and sits there. Right, we just sat there, just off the coast of Grand Bahama, till maybe 1-2 o'clock in the morning before we started heading back.
Something like that.
Yeah, we definitely on the way out there, we were going really slow. So if you're a first time cruiser and don't know if you're going to be seasick, that's the kind of cruise to go on. Ship is going really slow. You don't even feel like you're moving. You don't feel anything. Okay. If you're going 10 miles an hour, you're going fast.
Yeah, there was no movement, hardly at all.
At all on the way there, yeah. Coming back, we were going a little bit faster, but you could hear the hangars shaking and the doors vibrating. But yeah. And then the room, you should have saw the room tour already.
I will say, though, once we left the Port Canaveral port, the dew smell that I smelt in the room went away.
Yeah. So
it didn't smell...
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like mildew or stale water once we left.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a positive.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, because that's something when I was editing the video, I said, I thought about it. I said, man, once we left, we didn't smell it anymore. Yeah. So I wanted to bring it up in this review video. So once we left, you didn't smell that anymore. Also, too, every day's pretty much embarkation day, too, on that ship. Of course, there was people who got off that we didn't see on the way back. And then there was a bunch of new people who stayed at one of the all-inclusives and got back on the ship. So that's another dynamic that you don't really get on Caribbean cruises. If you're feeling a little shy and can't come out of your shell, you might not be seeing these people very long. It's funny how many people watch us doing what we're doing, the way we are with each other, especially in a club scene, and are like, "Oh man, I want to be like you. Oh man, I wish I had enough confidence to be like you." Oh, what do you mean? I mean, what are you talking about? You know, I don't know you. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? I see you now. You see me. Once I walk away, you know, you ain't even gonna know. I'm not gonna know you. I'm not gonna lose any sleep if you danced or you didn't dance, right? So.
Agreed.
But anyway, that's my thing. But like I said, it was fun. I had fun. Surprisingly, I had fun. Yeah. Would I do it again? Which is always the barometer for me on everything I do. Would you do it again? Would I do it again? Absolutely. I would absolutely do it again.
So I had a good time. Before I did this again, I would look at my other options for other 2 or 3 day cruises on other cruise lines to test those out before I decided to do this.
Yeah.
So I would look to see if Royal or Carnival, whatever, what they had available before I decided to do this one again.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
And it's only because, I mean, there was a lot of like just hidden fees. Nothing was truly unlimited or anything. Like you couldn't do prepaid gratuities or anything like that. So I would have preferred to do something on Carnival where you got something truly unlimited.
Yeah, pay for it up front and don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So, and I think 2 days, 2 days is a nice little quick getaway. 2 days is a little bit too short for me. You know, to be honest with you, I've always rather be on a cruise longer. But, I would do it again. If somebody says, "Hey, let's go back on Margaritaville. Hey, let's do this." Or one of my friends or one of the other vloggers I know or, you know, anybody else, you know, says,
Same.
"Hey, let's go back on that Margaritaville cruise. Hey, what about going on this cruise with me?"
I'll probably do it.
I'll jump right on it. I'm like, "Let's go."
Same.
Let's
I
go.
probably would.
Yeah. I'm not too good for that. So, because like I said, some of the best ships that people absolutely love, I've had some of the worst times on. So, that's just me. Hey,
Expectations.
that is expectation. Absolutely. Expectations do ruin it. You know, it does ruin it. So, you know, but anyway, that's my thing. So, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, that's truly a ship that is gonna be a lot about what you bring. If you're not a drinker and you're not a partier and you don't go to clubs, that is not your ship. That is not your ship. If you want to sit somewhere quiet and read a book, there's no place quiet to read a book on that ship.
Agreed.
You know, no place quiet. You know, if you need new, fancy, this, that, blah, 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 I need a suite, I need a balcony, I need this, I need that, this is not your ship. You know? So, if you just want to go have some fun, a little bit of suspension of disbelief, you know, I'm a wrestling fan, so, you know, you know, so I've had a whole lifetime of
I think
doing
a lot
that. Of
people are there just to have a good time.
That's it, yeah.
Right? They're not looking to be pampered. They're not looking to be or do anything else except for
Just have some fun.
let's just cut loose.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're that person, you'll enjoy
Exactly.
the cruise. If you're not, if you're up, I don't want to say uptight, but if
for
you just
lack of a
want
better word,
to-
if you're uptight.
If your idea of a good time is just quietness and relaxing and just, you know, I think there's some parts during this cruise where you can just decompress. I think you can. I think anything can be what you make of it. But the cruise is intended for you to party.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is.
It definitely is. It definitely is. I know it's surprising. I have fun. What
I
can
had a
you
good
say?
time too.
Yeah, I had a good time. I will do it again. I will do it again.
I can have a good time anywhere though.
Could you?
I could. Even the ships that you didn't have a good time
Oh,
on, I think I'd had a good
I
time.
almost forgot to. The Margaritaville boat show. Bro, was that surprising or what? The Margaritaville boat show. The whole Margaritaville show at the Margaritaville boat show. The show in the theater. Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
Because you said boat show.
That's what it's called.
So
It was called the Margaritaville at Sea Boat Show.
The show.
Yes.
Okay. The comedian was the first day. The second day was the show.
Yes.
The Margaritaville show.
Yes.
Okay. It was pretty good.
It was good. It was better than the Margaritaville show we saw at Dr. Phillips.
Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not.
I think it was.
Absolutely.
I think the story was better.
Not. No
I think
way.
so.
Absolutely.
I think so. You don't think so?
Absolutely not.
I think that.
No.
I think it was.
Okay, we
I
can
think it
agree
was.
to disagree.
The music was the same. I just think the story that was being told was better.
Well, we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, we'll agree.
I don't think so.
We'll agree to disagree, but it was better. On that bombshell, we'll leave it there. So, I mean, if you have any comments, any questions, if you disagree with us, if you think it's the worst cruise you ever been on, if you think it was the best cruise you ever been on, let us know in the comments. Until the next adventure. Deuces.